What's up, y'all? It's Tasty Tuesday, and we back with another one. Um, it's your girl Malaysia. You already know. I'm coming with some tea today. It's Tasty Tuesday. Yeah, come on in, come on in, come on in. All y'all, come on, rush on in. Y'all see P Diddy and all the men have been a lot going on. So I just want to do a little quick video today. I'm not gonna be long because every time when I get into these long subjects, I can never get to my other stuff. So I'm gonna start switching my stuff up to where I'm gonna be doing my videos like individually. So today we only gonna talk about Diddy. We're gonna talk about Smokey Norfolk. We're not gonna talk about Shannon because they done already dragged him through the mud. Anyways, if y'all want me to do a video, then y'all have to let me know below. But I don't think we need to talk about him because right now the hot tea that everybody is talking about is P. Diddy, the trial. I'm in LA, so the trial and everything is going on here. I will not be in attendance, but I have been getting a lot of details from sources. So we're just gonna do like a quick run through for today's show, so y'all can get up to speed and know what's going on, and we'll go from there. So also if y'all are new to the show, make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, because I do want to hear what y'all have to say. I'm doing this for engagement. I'm doing this so I can hear what other people have to say. I mean, yeah, I talk a lot, but I want to hear what y'all got to say too. Also, if you're over there on Twitch, if you on Twitter, if you on TikTok, make sure y'all come over here to YouTube. All you have to do is click the link in the screen. Link in the bio, link in the title, link on the YouTube video. Just follow because this helps my algorithm. And actually, when you like and subscribe my videos, this lets YouTube know that you are knocking on the digital door. So that way someone else could, get the notification that I'm being live, and someone else can get the notification to know that, what's going on. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into the things of the things. But first I want to go ahead and talk about my uncle Smokey Robinson. Now, I know y'all heard about everything that's been going on with Shannon Sharp. A lot of these ladies are coming out. It's a lot of Jane Does coming out of the woodwork talking about, P. Diddy, Shannon Sharp, Smokey Robinson, even Lil Wayne. Well, let me back up. Lil Wayne is not in any type of lawsuits or anything like that right now. But his girlfriend, his recent girlfriend, who he just left, he's done with his girlfriend now. He just put her out. He put her and the daughter out. And when he put her out, she's mad. She's livid about what's going on or whatever about him putting them out. And she said that Little Wayne was putting his hands on her. She said that he was beating on her and stuff like that. I know y'all saying, well, why do they stay? Why don't they just leave? Sometimes the situation isn't as easy as that. When you have someone who is of caliber, of status, got money, what I'm saying, sugar daddy, sugar baby vibes. Like when you have something like that, yes, a lot that don't come around too often. So most people try to keep that little, whatever it is that they get coming in. Like most people don't get that. So do y'all want me to turn this light on? Y'all can see me. Y'all see my pretty brown. Okay, so yeah, like you don't want to lose that. Like, but me personally, out of all the years, all the sugar daddies I done had, I'm not putting up with no disrespect. I'm not doing it. Putting your hands on me is not gonna fly. I fight back. So what I'm saying? My sugar daddies and everybody, they know not to play with me like that. But you do have women who will allow these men to put their hands on them, what I'm saying, do whatever it is, like in the Diddy case, urinate on someone. Like, I'm not gonna say that I haven't done it to someone, but someone doing it to me is a big no-no. We're not doing it. What I'm saying? But everybody got their own fetishes and stuff like that. Everybody got their own, what they like. It's just not my CeeLo. But anyway, so here we are again, and we have this story coming in about someone putting their hands on someone or putting their hands in a cookie jar when they're not supposed to, or touching on someone when they're not supposed to. So, men, y'all got to keep y'all hands to yourself. And even if she tell you that she can put your hands on her, because a lot of people like to be choked. Some people like to be body slammed, whatever the case may be. Get that shit in writing. So that way you ain't got to worry about it when she try to come back saying this, that, and the third. You got your proof. Uncle Shannon Sharp, as much as I hate to say it, he had his stuff and his receipts together. You know what I'm saying? He had his receipts from the text messages that between him and the girl. The only problem that I see with their relationship is the fact that Uncle Shannon Sharp no damn better than me. Like y'all older men, y'all gotta stop messing with these younger girls. That girl was 19 years old. Shannon, I don't know how old he was at the time, but when he was in his 20s and 30s, that girl probably wouldn't even thought about it. So, y'all have to start getting into this one. Y'all have to stop talking to these young girls, you know, and thinking that it's okay. Yes, yes. Y'all have to stop talking to these young girls, knowing damn well you're not supposed to. Go find somebody your age, or at least in their 20s or 30s. I mean, I would say for his age, about 30s. But y'all don't want that. Y'all want, young, supple, soft. But it's a lot of older women or, middle-aged women that are very soft and supple. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to get together. But again, in this case with Uncle Smokey Robinson, basically they were saying that, when his wife would leave the house or when people would be gone, that's when Smokey would, do certain things and, try to put his hands in the cookie jar and the ladies didn't want it. Again, this is all alleged. We do not know. Uncle Smokey is very devastated about this because he's like, that's not him. But I'm gonna give you some of the tea of what they were talking about. This first post is from Lovely T. Shout out to Lovely T. That's my girl. I watch her all the time. She's one of my favorite bloggers, and she put this story out. So we're gonna go ahead and read it. It says 4 former housekeepers of Smokey Robinson allege in a lawsuit filed Tuesday that the Motown music luminary repeatedly sexually assaulted and raped them while they worked for him. The suit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court, that's down the street, seeks at least $50 million in damages over the alleged assault, which the women say took place between 2007 and 2024, and labor violations, including hostile work environment, illegally long hours, and lack of pay. The 4 women each say that Robinson would wait until he was alone with them in his Los Angeles home, then sexually assault and rape them over their objections. All said they eventually quit over the assaults, though in some cases it took several years, and all said they feared coming forward over fears of retaliation, public shame, and possible effects on their immigration status. Well, they basically saying that, they came here to America to get a better life. Okay, just keep him. They saying that they came to America to live a better life, get immigration status, become Americans and stuff like that. And they saying that, the time when they was here, they were just doing what they had to do to get what they needed to get. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to say I believe anybody because I'm very neutral. We biased over here, so I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he didn't do it. But at the same time, these ladies do have a point. They were trying to make a better living for themselves, probably barely understood English. They probably thought that he was just coming on to them and, they probably gave it up or, did a little something just because they thought that they were going to get a higher raise or, he maybe actually liked them, maybe take them and sweep them off their feet. Y'all ever seen that movie, The Maid? You get what I'm saying. So anyway, you picking up what I'm putting down. So anyways, I feel like that's kind of what this is. But, again, in the day and age when everybody is trying to find a lawsuit, hell, I'm looking for one. I mean, I'm looking for a lawsuit right now. I need somebody to sue. But anyways, in today's age, with all these lawsuits and stuff and people coming out with all these sexual allegations and things like that, one has to wonder, what is it true? And, only thing you could do is everybody has to go through court or whatever, and they have their due process and go from there. I hate that we are in this type of time, but, it is what it is. Hold on, let me switch to the story because we got some more on him. I think I actually got a video. Hold on. But don't mind me, y'all. I ain't got no lashes on today or nothing. because it's not giving it. It's not giving lashes today. Okay, so we got another post right here from Lovely T. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up for y'all. Okay. Now this story says an attorney for Smokey Robinson on Wednesday called accusations of sexual assault against the Motown legend false and said that "you've really got a hold on me" singer will respond in the coming days. 4 former housekeepers of Robinson's in a lawsuit filed Tuesday accused him of sexually assaulting them, which was alleged to have gone on for years. The lawsuit seeks no less than $50 million in damages. Robinson's attorney, Christopher Frost, in a statement late Wednesday, called the lawsuit simply an ugly method of trying to extract money of an 85-year-old American icon. Though this process we have, through this process, we have seen the bizarre theatrics of yesterday's news conference as the plaintiff's attorneys outlined vile, false allegations against Mr. and Mrs. Robinson, trying to enlist the public as an unwitting participant in the media circus they are trying to create, Frost said in his statement. Frost also said that in time, Mr. Robinson will respond in his own words. All right. Someone said in the comments, he was a family friend of ours because of my Aunt Zola Taylor. If my grandma isn't shocked by the allegations, then yeah, he did it. Well, again, over here is the ledge. And someone else said, we got to get him new pics or something. I keep thinking the headline will read differently. Yeah, see, this is ridiculous. I mean, I hate this for Uncle Smoke. But, you know, this is just what's going on, girl. Everybody trying to see everybody. You know, it's ridiculous. Like, everybody have all this stuff going on with these sexual allegations and stuff like that. You know, you got to have these people sign these paperwork and stuff because they're mess, girl. They'll come back and try to get all your cookies and cakes. But if you grab a cookies and cakes without them saying, you know what I'm saying, with them telling you no, no means no. You know, y'all got to understand, no means no. But anyway, let me do the other one. Hold on. I got to take this off. Hold on. So this the lawyer right here. Okay, so the lawyer said, hold on. I'm going to let y'all hear what the lawyer said.
We believe that Mr. Robinson is a serial and sick rapist that must be stopped.
Attorney John Harris revealing the accusations against Motown legend Smokey Robinson.
I will not describe the details of the sexual assaults and rapes because they're too graphic and disturbing for this news conference.
All 4 of Robinson's alleged victims have chosen to remain unnamed and are referred to as Jane Doe in the complaint.
Our 4 clients have a common thread. They're Hispanic women who were employed as housekeepers by the Robinsons, earning below minimum wage.
The accusations against the music legend include sexual assault, sexual battery, false imprisonment, gender violence, and creating a hostile work environment.
We're seeking damages of $50 million.
The complaint also claiming one of the Jane Does was first sexually assaulted in 2007 and that these acts continued until she resigned in 2024. According to the complaint, Robinson's former housekeeper claims in the lawsuit that she was sexually assaulted not even 2 months after she started cleaning the couple's Los Angeles mansion. Another Jane Doe claims Robinson started sexually assaulting her in 2016, claiming when she was home alone with the singer at his Los Angeles mansion, he would text her and ask her to meet at places in the house that didn't have cameras. The woman alleges he would then sexually assault her.
We do have evidence of some of the misconduct.
The complaint says the former employees didn't speak out or go to police because they were afraid of losing their livelihood, familial reprisal, and the possible adverse effect on their immigration status.
And having to tell their husband and children of these despicable acts against them left them overwhelmed with shame and embarrassment.
Robinson's wife, Frances, also named in the lawsuit, accused of creating a hostile work environment and being aware of what was alleged and not doing anything to stop it.
These 4 courageous women want and demand justice for themselves And the filing of this lawsuit is the first step.
The complaint also accuses the Robinsons of not paying proper wages.
And we reached out to Robinson's record label about these allegations. We're still waiting to hear back.
So my question is, this is the question I have. So y'all worked for this man from 2007 to 2024, getting paid low wages. And then you're saying that he sexually assaulted you. What really stood out to me was the lady saying he would want us to he would sexually assault us and tell us to go in the house where there were no cameras. But if the wife knew of what was going on, why would he need to hide it from the cameras? That doesn't make any sense. So he pushing you into the room to hide from what? Because if the wife already knows, as you say, then why would you need to hide? And secondly, you've been in America from 2007 to 2024. You mean to tell me y'all couldn't find no other job? You mean to tell me you did this for how many years, knowing you had a husband, and this was not something that you could disclose to your husband because you were scared of your immigration status? That doesn't make sense. Like, no, why would you just quit and just go get another job? Like, who works for someone all these years willingly while they're getting assaulted every day? Either you liked it, because why would you go to work every day? Like, if I knew someone was trying to sexually assault me or something like that, I would either try to stop it or I just would quit that job. I wouldn't go. That just doesn't make sense. But anyways, like I said, we'll see how it goes in the coming days. I'm going to keep y'all posted because that's the case that just started. So we're going to give them some time to get their stuff together, and we'll revisit that story in a little bit. But anyways, let's get to the main, let's get to the meat and potatoes today. So we're talking about P. Diddy, and there's just a lot been going on. So I'm going to just start at the bottom from where I had, let me see. Oh yeah, y'all heard about Dr. Carla Hayden? We got to talk about that. Donald Trump is a myth. And did y'all see them 50 Afrikaners that they bringing into the United States? If you can't say racist, I don't know what else it is. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna start from the bottom because it's been a lot going on. So let's start. I think I want to do this post first because let's see. Do we got video? No, we just got text. Okay, so y'all know that the Diddy trial has started. Thank God. It's been too long. So y'all know that the Diddy trial has started. Let me add this to stage. Boom. The Diddy trial has started, y'all. Now we're gonna go through this. It's too much information to cover on this whole thing because the case just started. It's expected for this case to go on for about 3 to 6 months. So because this is a very high profile case. So with the jurors and the people who have to testify and Diddy and his family, it's just a lot going on now. What I have been watching, Diddy, the case had just started. His kids were there. I don't understand why they're there, but his kids were there. I guess they were there out of just more support. They didn't have anybody doing any photography inside the courtroom. They just allowed in sketch artists. They have been allowing a certain amount of people to come in, like influencers, to come in and talk about the case and to report on it. The main person I've been following was Armand because he's been there so far since the trial started. He's been there every day getting all the tea. So if y'all want to, go check out Armand Wiggins on YouTube. And he got a lot of tea that breaks down because he was actually there. But anyways, it says, since the case started, I think the first person who they've been talking to was one of the male escorts. They have talked to Kathy Ventura, and I do have some footage, some posts about that. But the first person that they talked to was one of the male dancers who went to these so-called freak-offs and who also was just an escort who was called over to do certain services. Now, it says, according to the prosecution's second witness, Diddy wasn't just present. He was active and vocal. The male dancer explained that Cassie, wearing a red wig, sunglasses, and stockings, first invited him to a hotel room for what he thought was a private session. But he said Diddy was already there, dressed in a white robe, his face partially covered with a bandana and a baseball cap. Though his voice gave him away, he told us to slow down and said there wasn't enough baby oil. The dancer told the jury he revealed that every session involved heavy use of lubricant, starting with Astroglide, and that Diddy seemed fixated on the physical details. Yeah, Diddy a freak. Now that's not alleged. He a freak. Um, and it says the dancer said Diddy orchestrated role-playing scenarios for him and Cassie. One specific moment stuck out. Diddy allegedly told the two to pretend they had just met at an airport. The revelation adds another disturbing layer to the government's narrative, especially following the earlier claim that over 1,000 bottles of baby oil were discovered during a federal raid on Diddy's mansion. Now, y'all already know. Listen, if y'all have y'all sexual escapades, and if y'all do sexual escapades like me, you don't need no damn baby oil. Now, when I seen the dancer giving his statement or whatever, yeah, okay, I could see the baby oil being present because I'm not gonna lie, I'm just being 100% real with y'all. If I got family that's watching this, then y'all just gonna turn on the cheek because this is what we do over here on this channel. And so, in sometimes in sexual escapades that I have had in the past, baby oil was present, and you do have some guys who like to use baby oil. But the only reason they would like the baby oil was because they would like to see my chocolate skin with a lot of oil, very shined up, booty shined up, tata shined up, because I do look very good, shiny, very good. I mean, I look like a very good piece of melting chocolate. That's just put it out there. But yes, some of the sexual escapades that I have participated in the past, baby oil was there, but that was just to, for the illusion, for the look, like they just said it was for the look. It was not to use as lube. Like, who uses baby oil for lube? Now the Astroglide I can see, but we don't even use that like that. So yeah, I can see that. So, but $1,000, the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, if you ask me, I feel like the reason why he has so much is because one, he's rich. So if you are constantly doing, whatever the case may be, you can go to Costco and buy a whole bunch of baby oil. I mean, when you're rich, you can do that. Why buy a couple of bottles, when you could just buy 1,000 and just put them in the storage somewhere? I mean, he has kids. He had a newborn baby. Who's to say he didn't have a baby oil for the baby? Like, why does it have to? One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. So to have 1,000 bottles of baby oil just for sex, like, come on, really? Anyways, that's just my opinion. So let's see what some of these texts say. Okay, so the male dancer said, he said to give them my phone number. I did. Cassie called me and asked me for a photo. Call me, then what? This is one of the attorneys. The male dancer said, she called me to go back. I did for a few hours and then a few times after that. Combs always present? Yes. Combing. Any other locations? Essex House. His residence on 56th Street, I believe 210 at the time. And at her residence on West End Avenue, I think number 10. What name were you to say you were what name were you to say you were there to see? Black. Okay. I would send her vulgar text messages like what? You want me to say it? Give an example. I text her, I want to F you right now. How often do you use baby oil? Every time. Sean Combs said we didn't have enough baby oil on. He say, y'all slow down, separate from each other. One time he tried to have us role play like we just met at an airport. We weren't good, so we skipped it. What direction did Mr. Combs give you? The male dancer said, he tell me to step off and back off. Attorney said, how many times, if any, were you told to urinate on Miss Ventura? Defense, Xavier Donaldson. Objection, subjective. Suggestive. Judge overruled. Male dancer, they told me not to do it at all at once. Defense, objection to him saying they. Judge, I've got it. Comey, which is the other attorney, what happened afterwards? Male dancer, they'd leave me waiting for hours. The whole thing might go on for 10 hours. Oh wow, 10 hours, baby. Ooh wee, they going in, baby, for 10 hours. Ma'am. Okay, male dancer, they were headed to Essex Hotel. They said to go in 30 minutes. It was the first time he opened the door as himself, dressed in a suit. No man. The attorney, how did things change? Male dancer, he didn't feel Combs. Oh, Mr. Donaldson, objection. Combs said, who, if anyone, recorded? The male dancer said, Mr. Combs, with a cell phone and a camcorder. He took a photo of my driver's license for insurance. He said, Combs, that was an objection. Focus it, the judge say. What did you understand? He was threatening me. All right, well, that was some of the stuff right there. So basically, baby, Diddy just like to role play. Diddy is big into role play, which again, it ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, a lot of people role play all the time. Hell, look at Uncle Shannon and that girl. They was role playing, talk about Big Black Baby and Big Black D and choking up somebody in public and stuff like that. Girl, honestly, being in the community, this is something that is actually kind of normal. Because these people do stuff like this. Like, oh God, maybe one day, just one day, maybe I'll do a story time on some of my clients who, you know, I've seen in the past. And maybe I'll tell or spill a little tea time of some of the things that they like to do. But again, the stuff that they're saying is literally not far-fetched. Like, I swear to God, being urinated on, baby oil, role play, all that stuff is common. When I say that stuff right there is the very least of what somebody can do. And as long as there's no minors around and people saying that, like Cassie is saying that she didn't want any of this to happen. So I can't say that she did. But at the same time, you know, people get satisfaction out of stuff like that. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is it's very minor. You know, being urinated on and, you know, somebody saying that you are, I mean, baby oil and all that stuff, that's kind of normal. Right? That's minor stuff, like, to be honest. Like, it's minor stuff. Like baby oil, stuff like that, like, it's minor. So anyway, let's keep on going. But I don't know, it's getting juicy. The case is getting juicy. So now we got this video. Let's hold on. This is from I Am Legally Hype. My girl, I Am Legally Hype, over there on Instagram. Y'all can go check her out. Hold on, I'm gonna play the video for y'all. Okay, this is my girl, Legally Hype. Let's see what she got to say.
I assure you that leaving is not as easy as you think. Okay, so boom. So the trial against Sean P. Diddy Combs has started today, and the prosecution did not waste no time getting into the bull crap, okay? But let me tell you all the information you need to know about what went down in court today. So they did finally pick a jury in this case. The makeup is there are 8 men and 4 women. I'm not sure what the racial breakdown is, though, of the jurors. They did have opening statements today, and they had their first witness. The first witness, his name is Israel Flores. So he was a security guard at the Intercontinental, the place where we saw the video that was released by CNN where Diddy was bopping Cassie in the hallway. So he basically saying, like, he heard, I guess they was on the 6th floor of the hotel. He got a call, like, it's a disturbance. You might want to come check this out. So he pulled up on the 6th floor. He hollered at Diddy, like, hey, you know, what's good with the woo? And Diddy allegedly, like, grabbed some money and was like, hey, check this out, player. Here goes some money. Go mind your business type of vibes. So then Flores, who was a security guard at the time, but is an officer now, was checking on Cassie, like, sis, you good? And Cassie, according to testimony, Cassie was like, yeah, I just want to get up out of here. Like, you don't got to call the police. I don't want to deal with that. I just want to get up out of here. And Flores also said that Cassie had a black eye. So then apparently Flores had left. He did a report on the incident, but apparently he came back to the hotel room and he had backup with him. And what he's saying is that apparently Diddy thought that one of the security guards was recording him. So he snatched the person's phone and pretty much was like, you got me messed up. So then Flores, he pinned Diddy to the wall. Like, you got us messed up, actually. Like, keep your hands to yourself. We don't know who you think this is, but we ain't them. So be cool, player. So what the prosecution is basically trying to show is this.
So she's talking about the hotel incident that everybody saw. It went viral. She's talking about the hotel incident where we saw Cassie running down the hall for her life, honey. We saw her running for her life. And, we seen Diddy coming out in a tower behind her, catching her at the elevator and giving her a nice old two-piece and kicking and stuff like that. So it was very devastating. So they're definitely going to be using that in the case. They're using this evidence against him like no other. But let's continue.
This man is violent, okay? He's violent. He don't know how to control his temper, and he think he can do whatever he want to do because all he gonna do is throw a little bit of shmoney at you and think you're supposed to be quiet and not tell his business. I can.
That's what they do, Rich, powerful men, girl. When a man got some money, he feel like he can do whatever he wants. And I'm not even just saying black men. It's white men, Mexicans, all races. These men, when they get the money, girl, they think they can do whatever they want. They think they can talk to you all types of crazy. They think that they can do whatever they want to do, girl. They're a mess. But see, me, I'm the type, I don't mind. If I don't do something, then I'll let you know. But I mean, if the price is right, what Trina said, if the price is right, I just might. But anyways, let's keep on going. Because my girl Trina said it is. Okay, so we're not going there. Now, out of all the, hold on. So now as the case is going on, and we trying to, matter of fact, I'm not even going to say this. I'm not going to put this in yet. We're not going to say that one yet. Hold on. We're going to do this first. Okay, so. So on this one, it was saying that, so Cassie, when she got up on the stand, pretty much what's happening now is she's explaining what happened with her and the escort. She's explaining what happened with her and the urination and, her saying that she didn't want to do these things or whatever the case may be. So she's saying that she didn't want these things to happen. And, so Cassie she's on the stand. And y'all know that Cassie is pregnant. So I feel like, it's going to be real tricky to see how the prosecution plays this because Cassie's pregnant. So I know that they're going to try to play the strings on that for the jurors. But I heard that some of the jurors ended up leaving because they put like stuff on social media, whatever the case may be. But I don't know, I mean, it's going to be kind of hard because they're not going to want to paint her in too bad of a light because she's pregnant. But at the end of the day, the case is the case, the story is the story, the truth is the truth, and we got to know it all. You get what I'm saying? If they're going to win this case, then she gotta tell all the tea. And if she leaves out any of the tea, then, it can help him in his case or, whatever the case may be. So she's telling it all. And so she was supposed to have been, she brings more details about her being with that escort, the one we just read the messages from. It says, so this is Cassie and the lawyer. What would happen after the escort finished on you? Ventura, which is Cassie, Sean would want to put it on his body in the next room. The attorney, did you do that? She said, I did. He said, where? She said, usually on his nipples. He said, did you want to do that? She said, no. Now, I don't know what to say because they was doing some freaky deaky stuff. They were doing some real freaky deaky stuff. But again, like I keep telling y'all, these freaks is crazy. Like they do what they want to do. They have all these crazy fetishes and stuff. what Diddy is doing, I'm still trying to find the crime. I mean, besides her getting beat up, because domestic violence is domestic violence and it's wrong. Period. I ain't never had no dude put his hands on me, and I would never will. But again, domestic violence is domestic violence and it's wrong. So him beating up on her or holding her against her will or whatever the case may be, that is a crime. That's false imprisonment. That's a crime. I heard that they were saying something about sex trafficking, baby oil, and doing little freaky deaky stuff. That's not sex trafficking, especially when you have paid escorts who are there to do a job. 9 times out of 10, when you are looking for an escort, you are already telling them what it is that you want. Because 9 times out of 10, the escort, hello, hi, how you doing? I seen your ad. Yes, how you doing? I just wanted to see if I can do X, Y, Z. Could you please? I wanted to see if you could be urinated on. I wanted to see if I could put someone else's cum on your nipples, and I also wanted to see if you were able for me to put my hands on you. Oh, baby, no, I don't. No, baby, none of those things are fine with me. Oh, okay, well then, with a certain dollar amount, make you want to do that? Actually, no. But then you have the ones that are like, yeah, if the price is right, I just might. What's the numbers that we're talking? So again, it can go either way. With these escorts, they're not doing nothing wrong. These people are doing what they came to do. They are coming to do what they were hired to do. So I'm sure they already knew what was going on. Now, as far as the Diddy hiding in the closet and being all weird like that, like again, some people like that. Like I've been to, see, I can't keep telling y'all all my business, but I've been places where you have people who come to these sexual escapade parties or the freak offs, and all they want to do is watch. They don't participate in nothing. They don't do nothing. They don't touch nobody. They just want to watch. Some people are like that, and y'all people who watching me are like that. Especially y'all freaks over there on Twitter. Y'all freaks that's coming over here from Twitter, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about because y'all like to watch. But anyways, let's go and keep going because I got another video. Is the video? Hold on, let me see. Let me see if it's a video. It's not a video, but it's more text. So this is from the Jasmine brand. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. Y'all know the Jasmine brand. Y'all can go over there on Instagram and YouTube and go check her out. Okay, boom. So it says, Cassie's testimony in Diddy's sex trafficking trial took an even darker turn. On the stand in New York, Cassie described what she called years of physical and psychological abuse, saying she was forced into a drug-fueled freak-out with male escorts even while on her period. I was expected to do the freak-out on my period, she said. When asked if she wanted to do that, she replied no. She also testified about being urinated on during the encounters. No, I did not want it. It was disgusting. It was too much. I choked. No one could think I wanted it. I mean, yes, they could. Because, again, like I just said, a lot of these people, they have these weird fetishes, and I don't put it past nobody. Listen, I'm going to tell you now, I don't put nothing past nobody because it's some people who you would never, ever think that they had that freaky side, and them be the ones. The ones who you think are so sweet and so this and so that, so meek, so mild, so just, I'm too, goody two shoes. Them be the ones with the worst background, with the most skeletons in their closet. So yeah, yes, I could think that she wanted it because at the end of the day, we have people out here who do like that type of stuff. So I'm not gonna put it past her because Kathy human just like everybody else. I've seen a lot of people with some deep dark secrets, and I've seen a lot of people with some stuff that you would never know. But let's just know that people out here are doing some of the craziest and freakiest things, and you would never know. So anyway, she said, when asked why she choked, Cassie explained it was too much urine in my mouth. She then confirmed that Diddy was among the men who urinated on her, saying it happened often enough. So someone in the comments said, I can't believe nobody was talking about Alice. The man acting all hurt but wasn't hurt when he witnessed all of this shit happening to her. He worked for Diddy and heard that lady screaming many a time, collected his check and bounced. Now he trying to look like a supportive man, and I don't like that. Carrying his seed and having to talk about this got me nauseous for her for multiple reasons. She left an abuser for another one. He just doesn't use his hands nor his urine. Clock it. Now you heard what she said. That was the first. That was the first comment. Her new man. How could you even allow? If he worked for this man and you knew all this was going on, how could you even allow it? And then why would you even want to be with someone? Well, I mean, people have their reason, but you with somebody who's already emotionally, mentally damaged to get with it. Like, I get what she's saying. It's given manipulation and narcissistic as well. It seems like he may not be physically abusing her, but he most definitely is probably mentally abusing that woman. But again, like I said, these people be wanting this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So she may not have wanted it. But I'm just telling you, me personally, I don't give a damn. P. Diddy, 50 Cent, baby daddy, husband, I don't give a damn. If I don't want to do it, I ain't doing it. Beat me till I'm blue in the face. I ain't doing it. I'm on live, girl. I'm going to have to call you back. I ain't doing it. So, but again, everybody not me. But I'm not going to sit up there and let nobody urinate on me. Never have, never will. And I done had a plenty try. But I'll be damned if they do. We'll fight that day. So anyways, let's go ahead and take this one down. Because I think that is done. Hold on. Okay, that ain't the last one. This is the last one. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. Because this Diddy case is going on. So I'm just going to be jumping on here, giving y'all updates and stuff. So right about now. Okay, here go another update. Okay, so you heard when I said people be liking that type of stuff. Again, I'm not saying Cassie does. I'm not saying it. And everything is alleged. I'm not saying Cassie likes this. But it is people that do. And a lot of people, the people who you wouldn't think of, are the main ones who be participating in this stuff and doing this type of stuff. Now, the gag is, we got people coming to Diddy's defense. And one of the people who came to Diddy's defense is Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie. Y'all know Lil Boosie Badass. Lil Boosie Badass said he ain't buying. Boosie defends Diddy's alleged freakouts with Cassie. Says she liked the piss in her mouth. So Lil Boosie said she liked the piss in her mouth. I don't see any crimes he has done. I agree. Only crime I see is if he held that woman against her will and was beating on her. But domestic violence is domestic violence. And a lot of times I do see how these men be putting their hands on women and women be putting their hands on men too. Y'all know how y'all straight couples and stuff be. Well, I can't even say straight couples because the gay, y'all be turning up. Especially lesbians. Oh my God. They brutal. You would think they Mortal Kombat fighters. So everything was consensual. She enjoyed the sex, thrills, and gifts after. I see no crime but domestic violence, right? In this case. Scratch my head, but they left Hugh Hefner do whatever. Now listen, he owned the song. I'm with Boosie. He one of my favorite rappers besides Gucci Mane, but I'm with Boosie because she stayed, she let all this stuff happen. And why ain't nobody talking about Hugh Hefner? Them ladies said that they used to get pissed on. They used to. Now, y'all want to talk about Zeus Network and the baddies going to Dubai and getting shot on by these rich men. Baby, what y'all think they was doing at the Hugh Hefner Playboy Mansion, huh? I'm not even gonna lie. At one point, I had wanted to be a bunny. I wanted to be a bunny at one time. Just because, they looked like they was living good. But I didn't like the fact that I had to be in the house with a whole bunch of other bitches. That's what I don't like, And I don't like all these bitches in the bed with my man. But he was old, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, why is nobody talking about Hugh Hefner? He was doing worse than Diddy. I'm pretty sure he was sex trafficking too. But Diddy ain't sex trafficking from what we know so far. But Hugh Hefner was most definitely sex trafficking. He had underage girls in his house, living in his house, Men coming over there by the flocks, all type of people. Y'all wasn't saying nothing about this, so maybe Diddy just thought it was natural. But I guess again, when it's a black man, it's a problem. So I don't know, But Hugh Hefner was doing the same thing. What about that man with the Abercrombie and Finch? Why y'all ain't saying nothing about him? The Abercrombie and Finch man, he was flying these men to Dubai and London and all this stuff. He just was dealing with boys, not girls. But anyways, Boosie said, but y'all, they let Hugh Hefner do whatever. Sad. If he was black, he would have been in prison. Let's keep it 1,000. It's crazy how sex parties become crimes. Scratch my head. Yeah, it's ridiculous. The only crime you can commit at a sex party is if it's somebody underage there, and if somebody tell you no and you still try to proceed to do whatever you're gonna do, because no means no. Now, if anything, Boosie said, if anything, this should be a domestic abuse case, not a sex trafficking case. She enjoyed the wild sex parties and the extravagant gifts on the back end. All of these years of sex parties, and you mean to tell me she didn't enjoy it? I'm convinced she enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure she came during those freak offs. It was a lifestyle. This was consensual. She was his girlfriend trying to give someone life in prison for this is bullshit. And that's what Lil Boosie got to say. That's y'all favorite rapper, Lil Boosie Badass out of Louisiana, by way of Atlanta, Georgia. And he's saying that he pretty much saying what I'm saying. Like, I really don't see the crime yet, because having 1,000 bottles of baby oil is not a crime. Pissing on somebody is not a crime. Again, but if they were doing it against this woman's will and they were forcing her to do it and she was just, feeling as if she was trapped or whatever the case may be, then that is a crime. But if she was enjoying it and she was partaking in it, because come on, listen, I'm just going to be for real. I'm going to just be for real. I've been in the game a long time. And I never, ever, ever, ever let a man piss on me, let alone my mouth. My mouth? Girl, listen. But again, it's people who like that. Because I'm not going to say I haven't been on the giving end. I haven't been on the receiving end. Never will. But I have been on the giving end. And I know how freaky people are. People like stuff like that. Like I said, I'm going to do one of them story times and stuff like that because, y'all really be, these people out here crazy. They be doing all types of stuff. The fetishes is crazy. I'm simple. I'm a simple girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't like too much. You know what I'm saying? But the people who I have dealt with, they like a lot of freaky stuff. But like I said, the Diddy case is just started. It's only been going on for about, I'll say maybe 2 days. Like I said, I'm following Armand. I seen Jaguar Wright was there. I don't know what the hell she was there for. And they said she had 3 bodyguards. What is this lady doing there? But anyway, the case is ongoing. So we just got some time to go over. I just wanted to give y'all a couple of details of what's going on right now. I'm going to stay tuned and be watching the case. So any type of tea that I get, I'm going to bring it to y'all. Any type of tea that, comes across my desk, I'm going to make sure I hurry up and get the tea out to y'all so y'all can stay updated. Make sure y'all come over here, follow, like, share, and subscribe. If y'all over there on Twitch, TikTok, or what's the other one? Twitter. Make sure y'all come and click the link in the bio, click the link in the title, so y'all can come over here and anytime when I go live or whatever, y'all see me. Like I said, anytime you like and subscribe, you are knocking on the digital door, and you're also giving notification for someone else to come and enjoy and get the tea too. This video is just going to be short because, like I said, we just wanted to get some of the tea out. In the coming week or so, as more tea piles up, I'll definitely be bringing y'all that tea. And I do have some other stories because I think my next video that I'm gonna do it on like maybe Thursday or Friday, and that is talking about Trump and all this stuff going on and him letting these white folks from Africa come over here and they're immigrants, but then you trying to get all the other immigrants if they brown and black, you getting them out of the country. But that's another video. So y'all stay safe. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for watching, all 245 of y'all. And I will see y'all on my next video. Make sure y'all stay blessed, stay cute. And no means no. If they say don't touch them, don't touch them. They don't want to be urinated on. Don't urinate on them. No means no. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Bye.